Hello everyone and welcome to downtown Franklin on the Square, and we are here for a rainy Veterans Day parade. I've got Jason Tomlin here. He's with WAKM. How many years you been doing the parade, Jason?
The station started the parade again back in 2001, Melissa, so this will be the 17th year
Yeah,
that it's sort of been reinstituted here in Franklin.
it's really wonderful. I know Tom Lawrence and Monique McCullough have been working on the parade. We have a little video. They've been doing it for all 17 years.
They're very dedicated,
They
for
are.
sure, yeah.
Let's roll that video and see what they had to say about the history of the parade.
The very first Veterans Day parade that we had was in 2001, and it was in response to the terrorist attacks on September 11th.
The city of Franklin was caught in this fervor of patriotism. Everybody was. And we wanted to do something not only for veterans, but for first responders too.
Oh, it was great. It was tons of people. We had Franklin Special School District, all of the kids were here. We had, I think, every high school band was represented. We had a lot of veterans here, and we had a lot of the older veterans were sitting on the square watching the parade, and it was just great.
It has grown in many different ways. The crowd on the street grows and grows. The number of people in the parade grows and grows. And it's something now that we really don't have to promote much anymore. People just know it's going to happen.
They've been very thankful and appreciative of any little thing that we've done. I don't think it's ever enough, and the parade certainly isn't enough to thank them for all that they've done, but they've been very appreciative of it.
Well, we really appreciate all the people who have come out today. You see the umbrellas, everyone's dressed in their rain gear.
Rainy, cold day, Melissa, but that's not going to stop us from celebrating and saying thank you to our veterans today. Rain falling 46 degrees here in downtown Franklin, but we do have a crowd here, and as you can hear in the background, the parade has officially started.
Yes, it's very exciting. This is the first year it's rained since I've been here for 10 years.
Yeah.
I think it had been a beautiful day, but it's really nice actually to see all the people come out with their umbrellas. And
Since the station started doing the parade again, we've not had one canceled for weather, so we'll keep the tradition going.
well, the parade always starts out with the Franklin PD, and no doubt you can hear the sirens. We'll let them go by and start off the parade.
Today is a day to thank our veterans, Melissa, but we should always keep our law enforcement officers in mind too, as they serve us just as well as the veterans do.
We have many veterans that are on the Franklin PD that serve us after
We
they've
do.
already given their service to the country. And
On the police department, the fire department as well. Brentwood Police there.
Hello. And it's always good to remember our history.
This is a troop here full of history.
And here are our veterans walking in the parade. And we have our mayor coming up,
The mayor of Franklin.
along with Lieutenant Colonel Volkel.
Howdy.
Good morning, Colonel. How are you, sir?
We're doing great, enjoying the weather.
Good. Now, Lieutenant, you just came to Fort Campbell just earlier this year. Tell us about your trip here and a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I hail from Brenham, Texas.
You're getting dripped on here.
Oh,
Come
that's
on
okay.
in closer.
Yeah, I hail from Brenham, Texas. Yeah, we did just move from Germany to Fort Campbell about 4 months ago, and I'm the commander of 1st Battalion of the 327th Infantry Regiment, part of 1st Brigade of Fort Campbell that's partnered with Franklin.
And your guys are walking right behind
They
you.
are. This is the Delta Company of my battalion. They're our anti-tank company, and led by Captain Jeremy Shire.
Welcome, everybody.
Colonel, what time did you guys get up this morning
Oh, the
to get
guys
here?
got up about 5 a.m. to get the trucks ready and prepared, and then I think they left about 6 o'clock. So,
Tell us about the Adopted Soldier Program. I know the city started that in 2004.
yeah, so a lot of the cities across the U.S. have partnered with units, and Franklin probably one of the strongest partnerships in the U.S. partnered with the units. And the Adopted Soldier Program very briefly is to provide support to the unit, to the service members and their families throughout the school year, throughout the year, but also focused on deployments when the units are overseas.
And if people are interested in volunteering for that program, they can go to our website at franklintn.gov, and there's a form that you can fill out. And I know y'all are off to another operation very soon.
Yeah, we are deploying to Iraq next month for 9 months, and we'll be in northern Iraq helping to advise the Iraqi army in their latest operations that they're doing against ISIS.
All right, well, we'll all be thinking of you and hoping for your safe return.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for having us. We appreciate the support of this wonderful, wonderful patriotic community.
And thank you for your service.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you, and what a great day it is. We're sad that the weather is not cooperating, but the turnout on the streets is amazing.
Little rain's not going to stop us, Mayor.
It doesn't stop our soldiers.
No.
They don't worry about the rain or the snow or the mud.
They can.
They can't.
That's
it's
right.
their job.
Yes,
and
sir.
So we're so honored that we have great relationships with Fort Campbell. And the first, somebody said this morning, said, well, we adopted Delta Company. I said, we adopted the entire brigade.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
we are proud of
We
that
can do better than
relationship
that.
we have, and we look forward to continue to work with them. And I know there are a number of organizations in our community that work with the families and soldiers of Fort Campbell, and we're honored to do that. So look out here and look at the rain, but look at all the people that are out waving and thanking
Still
our
a
soldiers.
beautiful parade. And we want to thank the city, not only you, Mayor, but everybody with the city is pretty dedicated to this event.
Well, we are proud that
Put a lot of time in it.
Yes. Monique McCullough and Tom Lawrence do put a great effort into organizing this parade, and we're so thankful for that, and it's such an honor for the city to do it. And next year we can bet that it will not be raining, because I think this is the first time that we can ever remember that it was raining.
There
for
was
the
any
event.
kind of questionable weather at all. It's usually been
Exactly.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
So
We heard great stories this morning from the
Coach Gentry,
no, not Coach Gentry, but
Oh.
the honorary. What's the word I'm looking for? For the honorary parade marshals.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
One man, a West Point graduate, got up and read an email he sent to Tom Lawrence talking about people being more civil to each other. He talked about some of the division in our country.
Yeah.
And this is a man that served our country and went to West Point. And what better group to try to unite us are the people that have protected all of our freedoms.
Yes.
And the ability to get out and march in this rain, to talk to each other.
Exactly. Yes, sir.
So
I heard some of those remarks over there at the brunch.
yeah, I'd love for that to be published in the
Yeah,
paper.
a lot of moving stories over there, and
Absolutely.
today.
Yeah, and
So,
then we saw a number of veterans be quilted.
yes,
There's a honorary quilting society that honors our veterans, and we saw a number of veterans be quilted, and
those were some beautiful quilts.
beautiful quilts, but the look in their eyes when they put that blanket around them,
Yeah,
that they were signifying that they're taking care of them as veterans,
Yes,
and
sir.
they recognize the service of those veterans. So
Yes, sir.
very special day today, and we just love our veterans, and thank you for everything that they've done.
yes. Well, Mayor, thank you for spending some time with us here this morning. I know you've probably got a busy schedule, and
It's a busy day.
yeah,
Busy
and,
day.
and we're going to enjoy some of this parade here, and thank you once again.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. You look nice too.
He does.
Well, a little bit of the parade has gone by. This is the Old Glory chapter right here.
The Daughters of the American Revolution here, Melissa.
Nice to see them out.
They've had a presence here in Franklin for a mighty long time.
They look great. We didn't get to mention the Grand Marshals. There's 6 Grand Marshals in the parade
We have
today.
several this year. Yes, we sure do. And one has already went by.
It was Claude Richard Hillenbrand, a World War II U.S. Army Corps. Has the 2nd Grand Marshal gone by yet?
That's David Scudder. He's a Korean veteran with the U.S. Navy. I'm thinking he may have already went by as well while we were talking to the mayor there.
He was accompanied by his daughter, which is very sweet. And then the 3rd and 4th Grand Marshals are Kenny Wiggins and Delvin Huff. They're brothers in the U.S. Navy. And there's Franklin Transit. Always good to have them in the parade.
That shuttle is operated by the Lions Club, or sponsored by the Lions Club today. More officers from our Brentwood Police Department.
And it's nice to get our senior citizens in the parade as well. Hartha, Franklin.
They love being in the parade. I hate that we may have missed out on some today because of the weather, but yes, it's wonderful to see them out, always.
Yeah, a lot of our local nursing homes get the residents out to participate in the parade. They might not have all gone by so far.
I don't think all of them have. Number 5 Grand Marshal today is John Ford. He is a Army Vietnam veteran, Melissa. And then the final one of the day is Mr. John Curtin. He is a Marine veteran who served in Afghanistan.
We're honored that all of them came out today to participate in the Franklin Parade.
We have a marshal from each war where we have someone alive still. So, yeah, from World War II all the way to the present day. So.
And there was the Fountains of Franklin just went by. Oh, I love this vehicle here. This
all kinds of
truck.
Military vehicles in this parade today, as well as soldiers. And we really do have to give another big thank you to Fort Campbell for maneuvering in the weather today as they did, which they're accustomed to.
Here we have American Legion Post 285 marching in the parade. Welcome, guys. And here's Post 4893, VFW. Flags are flying high today.
With heavy rain falling in downtown Franklin, it's a chilly 45 degrees here on the public square, but that is not dampening the celebration and the observance of Veterans Day here in Franklin.
We were going to have the schools participating. I know the Franklin Special School District was not able to come because of the rain.
Yeah, we don't want all the children out. You know, that could cause some little ones to get sick there, but normally they do have all the 4th graders in the entire school district come to march in this parade. So we hate that those children missed out on that this year.
I know, I know they look forward to it. But it looks like we do have a band coming up, which might be from Williamson County?
Yeah, this may be Centennial coming up. Can't get a good look just yet. The American Legion, Post 22 in Franklin, has a group marching as well as a motorcycle riding.
That looks like a 3-wheeler. Those look like they're fun to ride.
That's about the only motorcycle I think I could ride. They're rolling right along on it here around the square.
They don't even need an umbrella. They're having a good time. Thought Centennial was coming up, but it looks like it's Independence.
Yeah, I believe that was actually Independence, Melissa. We have a lineup, but several people have dropped out of it, so it's sort of easy to lose place here when you're not positive what's coming up. The Story Bus. That's sponsored by the Franklin Special School District. That's a great thing that they do, Melissa. It's kind of like a mobile library. Kids can go on there and just read away.
Yeah, it's good to promote reading. Dr. Snowden just walked by. He made it out even though the kids couldn't come. It looks like we have a ROTC class here. We'll try to figure out what school they're from. Maybe it could be Ravenwood.
I think it's Ravenwood. A lot of future soldiers there, Melissa, a lot of future veterans marching in front of us right now.
These are some dedicated young folks in our community. We're glad they came out to be a part of the parade.
As you watch them march away, Melissa, you'd think they were soldiers already. They look pretty professional to me.
They do. And now Brentwood's coming by with their fire and rescue team.
Very progressive fire and rescue agency here in Williamson County. We have some fine emergency services. Brentwood is one of the best. Melissa, we have a lot of classic cars that appear in our parade through the years. A lot of them are convertibles, and I'm afraid we've missed out on most of them today.
I think they were in the front of the parade.
We do have a few classic cars, but not really any convertibles today. We like to ride our veterans around in those, but we missed out on that as well. So the parade is changed a little bit due to the rain, but it is very much underway. A little bit of water will not stop this festivity here.
Here we have Belvedere Commons coming on, bringing their seniors out to be a part of the parade today.
It's a great facility. They do a lot of great work there with people that are in the beginning stages of Alzheimer's, and just a really good organization. We're glad they could be a part of the parade today.
Here's the Manor at Steeplechase.
A bus full, just a waving away there.
And we have another high school band. They've got an S, so could this be Summit? NHC is following Summit. NHC of Cool Springs.
Several veterans in that NHC van there. I see some Air Force veterans and an Army veteran.
Franklin Police Department. We appreciate everyone in the Franklin Police Department, and it looks like this might be the end of the parade.
Couldn't do the parade without the police department, Melissa, so it's a good way to wrap it up there.
Well, we thank everyone for coming out. We thank WAKM and all of our volunteers and firefighters that come and put up this beautiful flag every year.
Absolutely. We're glad to be a part of it at the radio station, and again, we think the city of Franklin, we could not do this without you guys.
Well, we appreciate you. It's definitely a team effort, and thanks to Tom Lawrence and Monique McCullough and all the veterans and everyone who participated in the parade today.
And we'll see you next year.